If you've been following the story of XRP, you'd know that even though it's been in existence since around 2012, it only came into the limelight in 2018 following the crypto boom. XRP has ascended and descended but has maintained levels above 20 cents and sustained itself at values of about 40 to 65 cents. It has been projected to hit $1 in 2021 and even venture beyond it, notwithstanding what the crypto is being put through indirectly by the events that surrounded its parent company Ripple. We're not going to see the end of this relationship soon, as Ripple's entire system is based on the XRP ledger, which acts as a module by which Ripple Labs services are rendered to the respective customers, which are majorly banks and other forms of financial bodies offering fintech solutions. Welcome back to Make Money Online. There's news circulating that Ripple is going to support central banks. This is huge news for the entire XRP community, as it opens up another path for the adoption of XRP, which is popularly used in the system. We'll also be looking at other news about XRP and Ripple while also addressing the latest XRP price predictions and technical analysis. If you're watching a video on this channel for the very first time, don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to get notifications every time we upload a new video on this channel. Ripple is a private company building a real-time payment, exchange, and remittance network on top of a distributed ledger database, the XRP ledger. It employs XRP to facilitate virtually all of its products, of which XRapid is most popular. It's used to provide a source of ready-to-go liquidity in making payments possible for banks and other financial bodies. Ripple has always been about the establishment of a working relationship with several financial institutions in many countries of the world. Its main goal was to revolutionize payment methods and modulate the medium of transactions from one part of the world to the other. It offers an innovative and useful payment solution for banks and major financial institutions. XRP is quite important to Ripple's base of operations. The coin was designed to enhance smooth financial transactions by making them faster and cheaper. The goal of Ripple is to eventually become a replacement for SWIFT, the old standard for international bank wires. Its software overcomes the notable problems of SWIFT that include slow speed and its enormous transaction fees. Since its advent, banks have been using XRP to move funds at lightning-fast speeds between two third parties. It runs on a decentralized ledger known as the XRP ledger. It acts as a bridge between payment liquidity sources for banks and payment providers, which makes it easy for the trading of currencies. Ripple doesn't own XRP anyway. They're merely users of it to facilitate their activities. This means that the company must have bought a large amount of the coin, aside from the amount in escrow that they're releasing at intervals in order to maintain its market value. While other cryptos were designed to go against banking options and transactions in what can be deemed a revolution, XRP-based apps were designed to integrate directly with the existing banking rules. In a bid to achieve this goal, it signed several partnership deals with many banks across the world. The list includes some world-renowned names such as Euro-Exim Bank, BFC Bahrain, Ali Bank of Kuwait, WorldCom Finance, to name just a few. The sky's the limit for the underlying crypto of the Ripple system, as the applications could become the main technology employed by banks for regulating international payments and make other platforms like Western Union obsolete. The cordial relationship with global financial corporations gives Ripple additional value for investors and traders. It was designed for speed and to achieve some of the lowest fees of any crypto asset transaction. These attributes make it extremely attractive for banks, Ripple's main target customer, to move large amounts of money quickly at a very low cost. Ripple improves upon cross-border payments brands such as Western Union and MoneyGram, and had once acquired an ownership stake in MoneyGram. Though this is no longer so, as MoneyGram reportedly dropped Ripple in view of the ongoing SEC lawsuit. Ripple has garnered the support of some of the biggest names in the investment sector, showing that many believe in a strong Ripple forecast. Additional partnerships with big banks and financial institutions could push XRP to around $1.4 to $1.50. Hence why the news of this video is so important. Getting in bed with central banks across the world means they get to reach all the banks in a particular country, as the central bank is at the top of the financial food chain in any country, and whatever they say matters. With the acceptance of a system by a larger number of financial institutions across all the countries in the world, who in turn will deploy it to enable their users to make cross-border transactions from their home country, XRP will continue to gradually rise in value. According to Inside Bitcoins, Ripple has revealed a new development. This development is the testing of a brand new private version of the XRP ledger, one developed wholly to support central banks in the ongoing struggles of issuing a central bank digital currency, or CBDC. An important note that the company made is that this new CBDC private ledger will primarily be used as a means for payments. The official announcement detailed how XRP Ledger's blockchain will be used as a reference in the development of this CBDC private ledger's own blockchain. Another key aspect that Ripple highlighted was the fact that CBDCs in general are seeing a large growth in interest globally, warning that the rollout of the first CBDC is more of an inevitability at this point. Ripple highlighted that most blockchains boast public ledgers, which apparently isn't what central banks need in the slightest. Ripple claimed that central banks really do need to hide their actions from the public, highlighting that such a private network would be ideal for the issuance and management of CBDCs. It should be noted that XRP Ledger has been rather successful, having issued a number of digital currencies within its blockchain throughout these past few years. The official statement from Ripple practically tripped over itself to sing this new technology's praises. The company highlighted how moving money will be reliable, near instantaneous, and cost-effective. Further praises for its own technology came by highlighting how this new private ledger will be capable of handling the sheer volumes a central bank would need to keep an entire country's money flowing. According to the announcement, this new CBDC private ledger will be capable of handling tens of thousands of transactions every second, though it boasts to handle hundreds of thousands within the same time frame, should proper scaling be in order. The announcement revealed that the same consensus protocol used by XRP Ledger will be used with the CBDC private ledger in order to verify transactions. This, when compared to the stock and standard and obviously inefficient baseline of proof-of-work algorithms, looks absolutely fantastic. In the XRP price prediction for the day, Ripple-affiliated cryptocurrency XRP jumped nearly 10% before giving up some of its gains. It touched 49.4 cents, its highest level since February 24th. It was reported that XRP is rallying in the face of a broader market sell-off. At the time of recording, it's the only top cryptocurrency in the green, according to CoinMarketCap. The most recent XRP rally comes after Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse showed his intent to dismiss the lawsuit filed by the US SEC. The lawyers of Ripple co-founder and former CEO Chris Larsen, who is also the executive's legal counsel, alleges that the SEC has failed to prove that they were aiding and abetting the company's XRP sales and conducting transactions in the US, on top of Garlinghouse and Larsen stepping up their fight against the regulator. In this chart, we'll look at the best points to enter the trade of XRP USD after breakout and retest once it gets completed. The analyst thinks that it is time for the head and shoulder pattern to get completed too. It would be a great entry point for us and will show us that the market has power once again to reach 60 or even 75 cents. The primary target is 60 cents. This is reflected in the green path of the price trend. In the red path, we may have no valid head and shoulder, and it may suggest a bearish momentum because XRP is in range and it's set up for a rejection at a strong resistance. So it can fall to its local support for now as well. Its new targets in the bearish channel are between 35 and 40 cents. It's generally expected to be lower than 40 cents. In this chart, we can see how XRP USD finalized the wave count in the schedule and strongly pulled back from the upper resistance, to where it's testing the lower boundary of this main ascending channel formation. This is crucial because if XRP USD does not hold the boundary and closes below it, this will complete the channel as a bear flag and activate lower levels ahead. Therefore, it's necessary that XRP USD manages to stabilize above the ascending trendline. However, it's also very likely that XRP USD continues bearishly. This will happen if XRP USD moves below the ascending trendline. Taking all these factors into consideration, XRP USD is in a precarious situation, in which it's likely to complete this decisive formation potentially as a bear flag. The bearish perspective should not be underestimated here. This is why we should be prepared for potential upcoming bearish volatilities so as not to get overwhelmed if and when they show up. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you get updates whenever we post a new video. Will XRP continue its upward trend with an increasing number of banks using Ripple's system, as well as increasing investor interest? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. While you're here, go ahead and click on one of the videos on your screen, and we'll see you next time.
That's how it goes. Hollywood perfect.